not the way we handle family business. This all has to be handled correctly.
What up, though? It's your boy ABE from DET.
It's your boy Ron T, the Icon.
My name is Chuck Jordan.
What up, though? You know who it is. Your boy King Coach, man. What's good?
And of course, it's Miinx Mayhem, and then, again, I'm last.
She off in the corner like she on punishment. She need to be on punishment over there, man.
What up, Miinx?
What up, though? How everybody feeling tonight?
I'm good.
It's a great day to be alive, man, you know?
Great day. You got the book there.
Talk about it.
Can we talk about what is this going on here right here?
Talk about it. Listen, 411. You always want to know what's the 411, right? So on 411, I need y'all to go on to Amazon. This is going to be the hottest book, period. Hands down. It's a book full of short stories, right? And they touch bases on like real life. So you're going to get inspired. You're going to feel like you can get through certain things that you've been through. I guarantee there are certain stories in there that can resonate with everybody. You know what I'm saying?
And of course, you got the Crowns, King. Should we one day have a match between you and King Coley for the ultimate king? I think that should happen one day. Maybe on Battle Boxes. Battle Boxes, King Coley versus King Coach.
First, I got my match with Coley for the title, okay? Coley, I'm coming for you, sucker. All right? Because I need that gold title from you.
Big gold.
I don't know if Coley want these hands, though. These is real.
Hey, Coley trained, man.
They bisexual. I'm trying to tell you. Go both ways. They go both ways. They go both ways. I'm just saying.
Matter of fact, I'm Chuck from DET. You see it?
Right. Shout out the Lions, man. Get that. Get that.
See it?
Yeah.
We got it going on.
I also want to give a shout out to Colin Detroit for this shirt right here.
Shout out Colin Detroit.
Yeah, his clothing label is Detroit Respect. And it says, you got to read it for me. I can't see it from upside down.
A little bit. Believe there is good in Detroit.
And then in the red, if you read
Be the good.
Be
the good. That's
fire. That's fire right there.
Fire.
Shout out Colin Detroit, man. We had a damn good time with you and It's Wizzy at the Elimination Chamber watch party at Buffalo Wild Wings.
I could go for some of that right now.
Yeah, we're going there right after this. Believe it. We're going to get a little serious here on the Holy Shhh Podcast. Bring up a topic that's kind of been touching people's souls lately with a lot of stuff going on.
We get serious?
Yeah, it has. Okay. This topic is, should personal mistakes erase wrestling accolades? We got what went on with Hulk Hogan. Everybody know he was the pioneer of professional wrestling. He got on the phone one day, called us a bunch of niggas.
He did.
And now everybody hate him. They want to erase his whole history from wrestling. Chris Benoit even. Cool. You know, one of the, if not the greatest technical wrestler ever. Man. I wouldn't say his was necessarily a mistake like Hogan, but you know what he did to his family. God rest their soul. He took all their lives. Nobody ever brings up anything that he does, and it's a shame because some of the people, there are wrestlers out there where their best match was with Benoit, and they can't even talk about it anymore because of his decision. He's ruined other people's careers. And as of recently, you got Tessa Blanchard. She was on a tirade when her come up. She was backstage calling some lady the N-word, just one singular lady. It was a mistake. I don't know. She said it. She goes on TV every week now, and the crowd chants, she's a racist. Yep. She's lost sponsorship, and any day now she should be fired. But this brings up the topic, wrestling is not real. You are just playing a character. So why is personal life mistakes crossing over into the character and they're being eliminated? Coach, your thoughts on this segment?
In my opinion, we are in a new day and age, right? So in this new day and age, we see the lives of celebrities on a 24-hour basis, right? So back in the day, we saw you in the ring, and then that was it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So whatever you did behind closed doors, we didn't pay no attention to that. It didn't matter to us. We just know that you were good at what you were doing.
Right.
Just like Jordan. If Jordan was the Jordan today, he probably wouldn't be mentioned as much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But because he was the Jordan back then, he can be mentioned with the greats still right now. I do believe that we put on a lot for these celebrities to just expect so much from them.
Yeah.
They human, right? So you got to split it in half. I hate to say his name on the show, but I'm going to say it because he was still a GOAT. R. Kelly, going through what he's going through, right?
Yeah.
He's still top 3 R&B singers, writers today.
I'm gonna say 1.
I would go with 1. I was gonna say 2, 1,
Right.
2, but I could go back and forth with those 2. But
Because if you think about stuff that he did, as far as even with the music game, it's just some of the old guys that wouldn't be thriving in music right now, like the Isleys or even Charlie Wilson, was all because R. Kelly brought him back and wrote for him and produced for him and all that stuff.
yeah,
So,
He even wrote for Mike.
yeah.
yeah, like even with the N word, it's a big word, but back in the day, nobody could use it.
Right.
But there was situations where Booker T was caught using it
Right.
in
I'm
promo.
coming for you, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? So, but some things get swept under the rug, some don't. I just feel like we put too much on the stars these days. They human. Once you got to separate it. You got to be able to separate. You know, who are you voting for? Who you running with?
Right.
Do you like them as The Rock, or you like this person as Dwayne? You know what I'm saying? Who is it? So that's my take on it.
Ryan, your thoughts?
I think it gets tricky. I think it gets tricky when you come to certain things. Certain things are unforgivable. Like Chris Benoit. That's unforgivable as a person.
Right.
But you can't erase all the things that he did as a professional wrestler. The great matches, the stables, when we were talking about stables, the other one, their whole thing when they came in, just with him
Radicals.
the Radicals with Eddie Guerrero and all of them. It's too much stuff that he did professionally that you can't overlook. But even when we talk about Tessa Blanchard has everything that you would want in a professional wrestler, as a woman, as a man, like anything. She's great on the mic.
She could be the next Charlotte. Serious.
Yeah, she's great on the
good.
mic. She's
That's
great
heavy.
in the
She's
ring.
that good.
That's
She understands wrestling. She grew up around wrestling. It's
Her
in
father's
her
a
blood.
horseman.
Yep. So it's in her blood. If you want to call it a mistake or whatever, I call it maybe a period in time where she was dealing with a lot of stuff that she probably didn't tell people.
Yeah.
And somebody caught it on camera. A really, really terrible, bad moment. Now, maybe she meant it to the girl, maybe she didn't. Maybe she said it, she was angry, and you know how sometimes women go for low blows, and she knew that was a low blow.
Yeah.
And it just got caught on camera. We don't really even know, but we know that they made up.
Yeah.
So if they made up, why can't we just take her as, if we want to hate her, sure, hate her as a heel.
Yeah.
Hate her as a heel. She's playing
So,
a heck of a heel.
Let me ask y'all this, is like devil's advocate real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Just speaking on the N word in that situation, do you feel like it's a racial word or a culture word?
I think it's just depending how you use it. She used it racially.
Yeah, she used it.
She definitely used it racially.
Like a nigger
but
bitch.
that was like,
she used it wrong.
yeah, so that was how long ago?
So 3 years ago.
3 or 4 years
3 or 4
ago,
years ago.
and she was wiped off the map of any professional wrestling, anything. She was
Yeah.
on the greatest run of her career.
Yeah, she was next
And
up.
it halted. I feel like she has had enough happen to her to where, okay, now she understands that you can't act this way. You can't treat people a certain way. And now she has an uphill battle, but she deserves to have an uphill battle and to be able to prove herself that she's changed. Now, she hasn't changed. That's on her.
Right.
But she at least, should have a chance, in my opinion.
So in saying that you used it wrong, I guess that's different. But the reason why I was asking that is because a lot of times I've noticed that people who grow up in the same culture speak the same, no matter what your race is.
Right.
Right? And then it's accepted by the people who grew up with the people in the same culture. You feel what I'm saying? So like if we all grew up on the east side of Detroit, and we all grew up in the same neighborhood, and we kind of talk the same, we use the same slang, the same lingo, everything, and it's accepted by us. But if we go outside of our culture,
I think that's where the awareness needs to come in.
Yeah,
like,
if we go outside of our culture,
you can't
then
talk
it's-
how you talk around us. Like, I can't talk to my supervisor at work the same way I talk to y'all.
Right.
Like, I know that. So those people that, just because you grow up, like you could be a white person or Mexican or whatever in a grew up with a group of black people, and that's how y'all talk, and y'all throw that around as a term of endearment. When you go outside of that group, it's not going to necessarily be accepted the same way. with everybody else, and you have to have that understanding. So
Your thoughts?
that's what Hulk Hogan was supposed
Miinx,
to.
you want to give your thoughts on this topic?
No, I'm not black.
All right, well, let's say it from the standpoint of Chris Benoit. You know,
Y'all setting me up to get attacked by the black community. Like, I swear to God, I can't speak on. She shouldn't be having speak. I've been through this already. No, I'm not doing it.
Well, not that in particular. Like somebody's personal mistakes
like
or
Chris
things that
Benoit,
they did.
he murdered his whole family.
Actually, the story that came out that was actually a setup and he was murdered. So
I'm gonna have to look into that.
What was the issue with Brock Lesnar? Because I think he's in that same.
Okay,
spectrum.
yeah, Brock Lesnar. He's on trial. They're not on trial.
I think he stood by and watched stuff go down
he
and
stood
didn't
by
intervene.
and watched an alleged rape or assault by Vince McMahon and didn't step up and say nothing.
Okay, so
so
let's
right
use that.
now he's banned because his personal decision not to step up and say something about Vince. So he's technically banned. And he's not even guilty.
So let's use that because he was considered the nigga killer when it came to belts. Let's use that.
Right.
What would you say
How
in
you
that
feel
case?
about that situation with Brock? He's not even guilty in his personal life. He can't wrestle right now.
I mean, to be completely honest, that's a different caliber.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's a different type of caliber issue. Like, no, you should not be forgiven for that. You should have stepped the hell up.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you stand by and just witness and it ain't happening to me, I'm not getting into that. Then you get what's coming to you.
You're
trying to
part. You're
protect his
part
own
of the
booty hole.
problem.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it all depends on situationship and what the crime is. For
Yeah.
example, people brush what Hogan did under the rug, but then he just keeps doing more and more shit.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like, as soon as we forgive you, you do more shit. Like with her, I forgot the girl's name.
Tessa Blanchard.
With Tessa,
That was the one.
everybody was like, well, this is how she is with everybody. And even though the girl was like, oh, well, I forgive her,
Yeah.
there's still so many people that you've wronged, even if you didn't
Yeah.
call everybody. And you've just an asshole to everybody.
Yeah.
To where a lot of people like, forgive or forget, you're still an asshole, and we don't really want to deal with you, which is the reason I always say every relationship is important.
Yeah.
Top to bottom, like even like somebody who's just picking up trash, you treat them with the same respect you would a
Absolutely.
millionaire CEO, because you never know who this person is. Relationships are more important than what your job is, which is the reason why I feel like with Brock, and y'all know I'm a huge Brock head, but it was like,
You have what?
Whoa.
Whoa, that was
whatever.
That was
Either way it
pause.
goes, either way, but it's like, for me, especially because I have 4 girls, but for Brock, it's like, you have a daughter.
Exactly.
How would you have felt if that was your daughter?
Exactly.
Did he have one then though?
Yes.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah.
He did.
His daughter's in college. So
Is
his
he?
daughter's-
So let me ask this. Sometimes you do have a daughter.
but for
well,
him,
you being
for him, it was, yeah, Vince was doing it, but I don't want to lose my job.
Yeah. He don't want to lose his spot.
Right. Okay.
So, for example, like I forgot what TV show I was watching. I think it was like Abbott. I don't know, it might not be Abbott, but it was a TV show dealing with high schoolers, and the little boy stood guard so some other boys can. They said they were just going to make out with the girl. Ended up they raped her,
Right.
and the little boy was like, "Well, I didn't do it. I just stood guard." And they was like, "Well, you're just as guilty." He was like, "But I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. You're just.
they paid
guilty
me to
by
stand at the door."
Yeah.
I don't.
guilty by
They said they
association.
was going there to make out with her. And she stood at the door, kiki and laughing with him. I didn't know what happened when they got in there.
Right.
All I know is when they came out, they were laughing and she was crying.
Yeah. The getaway driver.
Getaway
Yeah, it's the
driver, you
same
just
thing.
guilty.
Same
Yeah.
thing. Getaway driver.
But to me, it's sometimes that's why I say it's a touchy thing. Like even with the Chris Benoit thing, it was like they're saying it was because of the his head trauma,
CTE.
which I believe in mental health. So it's like if it was mental health was the reason why he snapped, then that's just not on him. That's on the company for not getting him help.
Exactly.
Right.
Right.
There's been some little talks in the internet circles. You said it's not okay for Hulk Hogan to use the word nigga. It's not okay. Now, some people believe that's just for black people to say. It's been some stir up lately with some videos that came out from the past with Jacob Fatu throwing around the word nigga. Is him being a Samoan, does he get to pass that Hogan doesn't get to say it? How does that work?
I think that goes back to like Coach was saying with culture we grow up.
Okay.
To me,
So if you grew up like a nigga, you could say nigga.
To me, I feel like if you, it comes off how you say it, right?
Right.
So you know when you're supposed to be doing something, when you're not supposed to be doing something.
Right.
So if you sneak in and you trying to, hey nigga, like you on the side with, then you ain't supposed to be doing it. But if you say it, you just whispering it to somebody. But if you say it with the conviction that like I'm part of, this is what I do, this is my culture, because then you're good, and you can tell from the people who are around you whether they start to cringe when you say it, like, whoa, big dog. Like I done heard it from people who was not of the culture, and I was like, whoa, that didn't come off right.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Miinx, you said you wanted to say.
Oh, it's definitely a culture thing because out in LA, you hear all the Mexicans saying it.
Yeah.
I mean, me personally, I don't use it specifically because I think not only is it disrespectful to you guys, it's also disrespectful to call us as Mexicans, like stuff like that. I feel like maybe just stick with the shit. Call somebody a wetback or something. Damn.
Okay, I'm glad you said that because I was just thinking that. So like, the N word is the word that people can't say unless you are of the culture or black, right? I feel like black people don't have that limit. So you would say any other racial slur toward any other culture.
No, because like South Park says, only a nigga can call another nigga, and only a G can call another GG.
Yeah, but
you got to switch
like
out
she
the
said
energy, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but she said
you got
like
red
the
hair,
wet
you
bag.
can't say that to them.
She said you can't say the red name.
No, if you can't call a person with red hair the G word, switch out the energy. I'm kidding you not.
Yeah, I get that.
You're not allowed. They'd be like, what do you that's you just call them redheads or forgot to,
like I hear black people say cracker. Yeah. With no problem. I hear wetback. I hear what's some other ones? Man,
Jew.
Who?
Jew.
But it's not. But how is it used though? Because nobody's saying that joking.
Mexicans do have like other
and that's
words.
even worse.
Mexicans do have other words for y'all too. I mean.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to the black community. Nobody come after me.
We got a lot.
It's negros, mayates, and I think mayate means like a fly or something. So, like.
Damn, we are damn insect.
hey, just like cool.
I just like Hulk Hogan don't get away with it because of what he meant. He didn't like his daughter talking to a black guy, so it was different.
I said, with Hogan, even when we was like, you know what, he said it, fine.
Like
I don't
even know.
He does more shit.
Yeah,
so I don't know.
Like, he keeps burying himself.
Right
so
then he even was like, all I gotta do is just apologize.
I said brother behind it.
And then they'll forgive you in a year.
Shut up, nigger. Brother.
And then in a year when we be like, all right, Hogan, you can come back in the door. He's like, oh great. Because I was just dealing with these. We be like, oh God, stop.
Yeah, stop.
Or you ever hear the stories about Hogan always fabricating stuff, like unprovoked?
Yeah.
Like he just come up and just offer something that's a complete lie. I'm like, yo, nobody even provoked you to say it. Why would you even? That's not even true. Not even close to it.
Just offered up a lie.
Yeah,
just like what was the Netflix show, right? What was my man waving the flag? Everybody felt bad for him because when he came out, people cheered. And then Hogan came out. As soon as Hogan came out, each vitamin drink the beer. And we like, shut up and get off the TV.
Yeah, it's a wrap for him though.
Right. Well, it's a damn good topic. Before we get too personal, let's lighten the mood here. Jump to another topic. Let's do a little fantasy booking. Topic change. Let's do a little fantasy booking. We don't know what all the WrestleMania matches are coming up, so let's just have a fantasy. Maybe it's some wrestlers out there that you've never seen go one-on-one, or maybe because they're in different eras weren't even possible.
All right.
Well, let's get everybody's opinion. Coach!
Talk about it.
Can we get your fantasy match that you would have liked to see one day? And why?
So this match came to me when I thought about like what's going on today between Dom and Mysterio, right? Mr. Ray. And I felt like this would have been a better, the Debbie. I felt like this would have been a better version of that story by having Rocky Johnson versus the final boss, The Rock. Because I want to see if, for one, which version of The Rock would we get?
The soul man versus the man that takes souls.
Wow, that is a good one. That is a good one.
That's nice.
Can I get one? That is nice.
over the table, right there, on the bottom.
Miinx way over there.
No,
She said it's too old. That's
I
for
didn't
old
high
folks.
five you for that one.
She said
that was
old
genius.
Yeah, that'd be a good
Soul
tagline
Man
to
versus
run
Soul
with too.
Eater.
I like that, but I think that would have been
Pause.
That's what Rocky. Hey, you heard how you sounded, Cody. You'll embrace me, and I'll take you as my champion. We like,
be.
wait, what? Pause this
My
whole
champion.
segment.
Right.
my champion.
My
You'll be
champion.
my
Yeah.
champion.
So what y'all think about that? Y'all think that'd be a good one?
Yeah, I definitely Rocky Johnson was ahead of his time, and because he was black, he didn't get the opportunities that The Rock got. I think he could have been Farouk before Farouk was Farouk.
Yeah, and he was
But-
the first tag team black champion too. So
And then you get a lot of these wrestlers who are these second generations, they get their swag from their parents. I've met Rocky's mom, so he didn't get that from her. He got that from his daddy. He just wasn't able to do what The Rock does, and I thought it was endless potential to Rocky Johnson, so that would have been great.
That whole Rocky Maivia swagger when he was with the Nation of Domination, when he was doing all that.
yeah,
Right.
I would actually
That all
say,
came from his dad.
did y'all see the show with The Rock that they had?
Yeah, when
He pointed out that he stole a lot from his dad as far as coming up with his own character.
he's
He was
supposed
like-
to though.
yeah.
But he was like, my dad was my hero to where there was a lot of stuff that people didn't see that his dad, because his dad got fired for, the whole going over lying events and stuff. He was like, there was stuff my dad did at home that I just took to the ring.
Right.
Because it was like he never got a chance to do it in the ring.
Yeah.
It's like The Rock is like his dad times 2.
Right. Rocky Johnson versus The Rock. Next up, Ron T. Can we get your fantasy booking match you would have liked to see?
So my favorite wrestler back in the day was actually the Ultimate Warrior, and just he came out with that type of energy. And the other person, when booked correctly, that comes out with the same type of energy right now is the current Intercontinental Champion Braun Breaker and Ultimate Warrior.
Continental. I thought you said.
No, the Ultimate
going
Warrior was also a great Intercontinental Championship. So my dream match would be Braun Breaker versus the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, that's fire.
I think just
Two guys that run full speed.
exactly. Full
Heart attack
speed.
waiting to happen. Man.
Or some broken ribs or something. But they both do the military press. They both run full speed. They both come with all that energy out to the ring. And just Ultimate Warrior would probably take a spear and no-sell it. just to see that. But, yeah, I think that would have been a great match. I might... WWE 2K25, I might do that since it's out right now.
Make sure y'all following us on Twitch at the Holy Shhh Podcast. Get ready, it's coming soon. Miinx Mayhem, who brings the mayhem. Can we get your fantasy match that you would like to see?
Why are you even asking? You already know who I'm going to choose. Of course, Damian Priest versus Undertaker.
Ooh.
But which Undertaker, though?
Well, yeah.
It's got to be
Ministry of
Dark Soul.
Darkness,
Yeah, it's got to
Undertaker.
be
The
Dark.
Ministry of Darkness?
Because that's what Damien tries to be so much.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can tell
Yeah.
he mimicked that a lot.
Damien Priest.
That's another father-son battle right there.
Now you being a Damien Priest fan, do you subconsciously want this match to happen so people stop calling him the bisexual Undertaker and he gets his respect?
She calls him the bisexual Undertaker.
You know
I
what?
think
What
she
kind
did
of
coin
question
that
is
term.
that?
I'm just saying. I'm saying what the people say. It's not what I say.
The people don't say this.
They do. They do.
The people do not say this. Okay, so no, but I think wholeheartedly that overall this match might be a super banger because they're so similar
Yeah.
that you
Yeah.
just don't know. Like you'll get like multiple on multiple choke slams, like tombstones, like that. What is that move called when he does like that?
Walk the
ropes?
ropes.
Walk,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
What was that, a
one,
bow and
like
arrow? What was
no, he's the archer
that
of
move?
infamy. Like, and he makes the pose. Like it seems like it would be like one hell of a match.
Yeah, I
Michael
definitely
Cole
agree.
yelling, old school!
Right, yeah.
Vintage Undertaker.
Damien gonna be like new school.
He gonna flick that hair back. Let's go, dead man.
Here
Stop
we go.
disrespecting the Puerto Rican papi.
I'm
I
sorry.
already told you guys about
I'm not
this.
doing it. I'm repeating what people say. I
The
like
people
him.
don't say
Hey,
this.
with his
can't-
hair extensions. He got
Right.
extensions to make his hair longer.
Right, with his little, he got them little, what's that guy name on TNT with Charles Barkley with the Kenny Anderson. He
Kenny.
got them
Kenny
Kenny Anderson knees. Damian Priest. Bow-legged ass. But anyway, let me give mine. My wife is a huge 80s rock fan. I used to hate it when she would play it all the time. But now I'm starting to get into 80s rock, and when I watch the stuff and listen to the music, these two teams remind me of 80s rock, and I would love to see them get together one day and fight. And that would be Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty, the Rockers versus the Young Bucks. Ooh. The hair, the big hair, the match, it can't happen in this era. It got to be back in the sports auditorium, back in the old territory days. I don't want to see it today.
Oh, yeah, in the
I want to see
cafeteria.
it happen back then where the crowds was crazy. I just think the Rockers versus the Young Bucks will be incredible.
Yeah, in the cafeteria with the loose ropes.
With
and all
the
that.
loose ropes, definitely, man. The Dusty Rhodes is the promoter backstage. Who got a Dusty Rhodes impersonation?
The Americans win. That's the Wolves, baby.
Give me the Rockers versus the Young Bucks. Chuck Jordan.
All right,
Rockers
so
was
when
my-
he asked me
was
this,
my
I
team.
honestly thought, who as a face, you just love them as faces. But when they heels, you just want to smack the shit out of them. And then I was like, and they've never fought. And I went with the Viper, Randy Orton, versus MJR, AEW.
MJF.
What'd you MJF? My bad.
He don't even watch the shit.
Wait, no.
Yeah,
He said it's more fun than MJR.
my bad. You know what I'm talking about.
MJF.
Yeah, I know he's talking about.
Because when he was a face, everybody loved him.
Yeah.
But when he turned, he is like, every time I hear
Dark.
him come out,
He's
and
a-
like he's like, I even seen like promos where he's like, kids be like, can we get an autograph? He's like, get the fuck out of here. And I'm like,
Yeah,
like he
he's
don't
a-
care. Like
He's
I'm like,
another one that's like I said, keeping kayfabe alive.
Right.
If he's a baby face, he's a baby face. So I was like, if he's a heel, he don't like anybody.
and I remember when I was younger, I seen Randy Orton. And when he was a face, I actually got he signed autographs and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But when he was a heel, he was like, oh, y'all want a picture? You guys want a picture? And he did this, and as soon as he took the camera, he was like, took too long. Got on the bus, and everybody was like, like he was just like, or he'll take your pen. He'd be like, oh, you want an autograph? Oh, I don't have a pen. It was just like he was a dick, and I I would just love to see those two go. Plus, in ring ability, like they give this full. They tell stories in the ring,
Yeah.
as well as outside the ring.
So my question is, with you being the AEW guy, and you've seen more MJF matches than all of us, how do you think they will pull off that RKO?
Ooh, that RKO. It would definitely be. See, MJF got this thing where he run the ropes real fast, and then he'll stop and just smack you or do something silly. It'll be during that moment. He'll run back and forth, and Randy would just pop up out of nowhere. Boom! Catch him right before he do something smart, and that's where the RKO would come from. 1,000%. Damn good picks, man. We gotta bring this up in 2K when we start our tournament. All these matches have to be remade. Make sure y'all following us on Twitch. 2K25 tournament coming soon.
Who is the best at keeping kayfabe in this day and age, though?
Aside from MJF,
Nobody really.
Nobody.
Naomi, she got beat down, was at the damn movie premiere with a
With a
dumbass
neck
neck
brace.
brace. Like, no, you should be in hospital right now. Like, so no. Kayfabe is almost dead.
I am liking the Triple H era of when guys get hurt in the ring, because we talked about it before. I used to hate when Sunday, back when PLEs was Sunday, the guy get his arm crushed in the door and then come out Monday like perfectly fine.
yeah.
Like now you see him with the tape on and the bandages. Her got the neck roll.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
think- I definitely
they're
think it's getting
selling
better.
more outside
getting
of just in the
better.
ring.
To me, I think I like this whole Seth Rollins thing because I feel like they really do hate each other. And they
yeah,
might.
that's a good one.
But
That's
I
a
don't
good
know.
one.
But I think to me, it feels like they really hate each other.
Yeah, it do
So-
feel like
That makes me wonder though. Like, did they make up like at some point and they like, all right, let's just keep this going, and they have an understanding? 'Cause I
Right.
think at some point, like as personal as they're getting, I said they had to have a conversation
Right,
about
right.
this stuff because
Yeah.
ain't no way you can just be throwing this at somebody live
Yeah.
on TV and seeing how they react.
I'm telling you, when I see them, I'm like, oh no, they hate each other. I feel it.
I gotta ask y'all a question. As far as heels today, who do you think is like the quintessential heel? Like,
MJF.
so him and who else?
So we can think about from each company.
When I think of a heel, I think of a person who bothers me being a babyface, and it's just
Charlotte is not a good babyface.
Yeah, she
Dominic
is.
Mysterio.
Oh,
Dominic
you got it.
yes,
you
Dominic,
got it. The winner is
person-
Miinx.
Who you
Yeah,
think?
the person
Dominic
that
Mysterio.
keeps kayfabe alive
Yeah.
the best is Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah, he is
I
the
100%
best. I
agree.
take back MJF.
him too, because I don't know if him and Ray really got an issue like that, but I feel like it's legit.
Well, even like you
I
said,
feel bad if
regular,
Ray died during this.
Dog, that'll be
That'll hurt. Because
That
they
would
are
be the
seriously
worst.
running with this
They
dead
said
dad
that-
shit.
He can't show up to the funeral.
well, they
Yeah.
said
He can't.
they said even they said Thanksgiving dinner. They actually had family Thanksgiving dinner, and then I think either Dominic said just make me a plate
Yeah,
or
that's-
something like that.
Oh
Didn't
no! Did
show
y'all
up.
see the Christmas?
Yeah, the Christmas
They
when he
showed
up.
showed him at the family Christmas, and he was like, and they showed like the mom and stuff, and when they was all exchanging gifts, Ray threw the gift at Dominic, and then Dominic was like, oh yeah, here you go. He was like, to the deadbeat, funny, and just opened his gift, and Dominic was like, he's like, I wonder how my real dad would take this thing, and they were just like playing into it at home, and I'm just
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
but to me the heels.
Even in
I don't
interviews.
know why, but
Yeah.
Kevin Owens, especially wearing other people's T-shirts,
He just a slick.
it's just like, I don't know why. To me, I'm like, when I think of heel, I think of him, and I think of our guy that he just said off of AEW,
Yeah, MJF.
Yeah.
MJF. Because I'm like,
MJF is a smug
Yeah.
heel.
especially because he'll
But I like that pick.
Yeah, Miinx.
Miinx,
If I
that
had the
was
buzzer,
good.
that was good.
You know who coming for him though?
Who?
Logan Paul.
Yeah, Logan. is
Logan.
getting it.
Logan Paul is pretty good.
He's getting it.
Because he
He's
keeps that
getting
kayfabe
it.
alive too. He'll be in interviews and stuff, and then say stuff that you be like, okay, is he for real or is he just staying in character? 'Cause-
I got we throwing random questions out there. I got one. And shout out to Tony Wrestling Reacts. Go follow her if you're not already. What WWE or any wrestling star would you trust most to eat their cooking?
Eat their cooking.
Eat their cooking. Who?
Booker T.
Booker T. That's a
Okay,
good
he will
one.
have some fire.
He
for
will be
that
on the
too.
grill throwing down.
Otis.
Otis.
Oh, this.
I'm trying to think of who got that piece right here.
That piece.
shake-
That
Whoever got that shake piece right here can definitely do it. I'm trying
Believe
to
it
think
or
of who
not,
that is.
if Naomi cooked,
Ooh.
I think
Naomi
that'd
probably
be a
could, too.
throwdown.
Naomi.
Yeah.
You know, I think Nia Jax got that thing.
Yeah.
I think
Nia.
Nia got that. I think she got
And
that.
it's probably because of Naomi's cooking.
It
That's
is.
what I'm guessing.
It
It probably
is.
is.
Or Nikita. She got that thing. No, she shouldn't have it, but she do.
she don't wrestle no more. But I was gonna say Tamina.
Tamina.
Tamina, yeah.
Tamina got what 4 kids? You know they eating.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another one you got to
Them
think about.
Samoans,
too.
them
Who got
Samoans
the most
eat.
kids?
Kids, Samoan kids grow.
Last
like
random
houses.
question before we get out of here. Ryan, you break your legs. It's a mile to get to the hospital. Which wrestler do you trust, or would you want to piggyback you to the hospital?
Jacob Fatu.
So you were saying you would let a man give you a piggyback ride. You wouldn't choose China. Wow.
You said,
Wow.
wait, you said that.
I'm gonna choose Nia Jax. I'm gonna choose. You choose a man to give you a piggyback ride. That's on you. That's how you
I-
live your life.
No, I
He
feel
just
like
lined you
no.
up.
He said I feel like. No, I'm just saying I feel like Jacob Fatu is probably have better cardio as far as running faster.
I
to
don't like my
longer.
balls on another man's back, so I'm going to choose Piper Niven. But hey, whatever you live your life is 2025.
That's crazy.
Before we get out of here, we always talk about the Holy Shhh Podcast, but we all as individuals do incredible things. And I just like you guys to just break it down, where they can find you individually and what you got going on. Ryan T, we'll start with you since...
All right, well, I am also an R&B artist. You can find all of my music on all listening platforms. It's Ron T. You can follow me on all social media under Ron T Icon. There's a link in the bio for all of this stuff. Also do a little bit of streaming on Twitch. We have a new project coming out under me and Dutch Schultz. It's our joint album. We go under the name Icon Movement. That's coming out really soon, so look into that. And hopefully you get to see me doing a little bit of acting too, so that's in the works. So
Coming soon. Coach DTM, you got the book. Come on. You look like you want to talk.
Talk about it. All right?
You know what? I don't think they know what the DTM stands for.
Let's get into it. All right, so The DTM stands for Deontay the Motivator. Woo! I am top motivator. I ain't gonna say in the world quite yet, but I'm on my way. All right, I'm trying to get to number one. But listen, I am a relationship coach as well. So, and I will say I'm the top relationship coach. If you planning on getting married, come see me. You will not get a better officiant. I promise you that. I've been with my wife 25 years. We get it in for real. Like, this is what we do. I love relationships. I love getting people to their next level. And I also love to tell y'all that on 411, this is what you need to have in your possession off of Amazon. Just type in "indulging in Pandora's box" and get you 3. Don't just get 1. Get 3, because you got 2 people that probably don't want to go get it for them. Just get it for them. You know what I'm saying?
Miinx Mayhem, who brings the mayhem? Tell the people about yourself and how can they reach you? What you got going on?
Nothing. I'm lame. Just kidding. Nah. I've been looking to get into the horror community, so I'm like doing clips now, explaining horror movies and why they did what and my opinion on it. Also, the wrestling podcast. And honestly, I'm looking to reach every hobby that I have. I'm talking comics, Star Wars, freaking Boba Fett, freaking Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter. I want to cover everything. So be on the lookout, because I'm just going to do everything.
Where can they reach you on socials?
Miss Mayhem, MISSX Mayhem. Obviously, we all know how to spell, people. Go find me.
Chuck Jordan. Talk to the people.
Wish that I knew on as fast as you. Chuck Jordan R&B. I am on every platform at Chuck Jordan R&B. I have a project out. It's called 4 Piece. Make sure you go get it. 4. The number 4. OEPIECE. And got another project coming in April. And trying to get into voice acting. And great part of the greatest podcast in existence, the number 1 urban podcast. And I'm just having fun, enjoying life, man.
Definitely.
So y'all two said something interesting, man. Y'all said y'all want to get into acting. And I
want to do voice acting.
You want to do voice acting? You want to do just...
You want to do acting?
I want to do both.
Wait, I want to do acting too, but I want to go
too?
murder people in horror movies and shit.
I don't have nothing for you yet. I'm working on that. But I do have a play that I just wrote as well.
Okay.
And I'm trying to figure out who I want to get in there to help me get it and bring it to life. It's called Love on the Rocks. It's their next level.
Bartender.
So.
Look at that. Collabo. Another collab coming.
Let's go. So I think that'd be dope. Let's work on it.
Yeah. Y'all know me, Abe from Detroit. People are like, why you say from Detroit? Because I love Detroit. That's why when I say my name, you say where I'm from. Sinai Hospital. Not Sinai Grace, old school Sinai. McNichols, you know where it's at.
The one that don't kill people.
The one that don't kill people.
That's why he here.
I love this city. And that's all my platform is about. You can find me at ABE from DET on absolutely everything. Same spelling. I rep the Lions. I rep the Pistons. And I got a podcast called Honest with Abe, where I tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. ABE from DET, all platforms. Y'all know what's up. That's it for today's episode, the Holy Shhh Podcast. Make sure y'all tune into us every single day. Raw post-show. NXT post-show right after everything, a half hour after AEW post-show with myself and Barbro. And all of us, our main show is on Friday with SmackDown post-show. And now you will see us on this format where we just talk about general wrestling topics every single week.
Thursdays.
Thursdays. I think it's going to be Thursdays unless it's a PLE or we get into TNA. Thursday seems to be the day. But we had a damn good time with y'all.
And we also got morning after if we're not on that night.
Yes, if you don't see us on directly after, that means one of these guys had to work, I had to work, and we do it the morning after 12 p.m.
If you want to see something illegal, make sure y'all tune in to the morning after.
Yes, this man is driving during the show morning after. But
I ain't going to talk about everything,
we
but let's go.
We'll see it then. But until the next time you see us gracing your screen, it's been a hell of a good time. It's your boy, ABE from DET.
It's your boy, Ron T. the Icon.
My name, Chuck Jordan.
It's your boy, King Coach.
Definitely. King Coach.
It's Miinx Mayhem, Miinx of the Mayhem, and They're all fucking weird, bro.
Weird is what we do, and weird is what you see, and you've been tuned in to the Holy Shhh Podcast. Peace.